Well, hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Dray. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and today we are going to talk about why it is that your hand cream is just not working, because this is something I get questions about all of the time, especially in the winter months or just seasons where people are washing their hands a lot more or dealing with dry hands. As women, when we go through menopause, our skin becomes more inclined to dryness, so it can really then take over and become this year-round event that we're always trying to stay on top of. So in this video, we are going to break it down. Not only the most common reasons why your hand creams are failing, but also what is actually the root cause of your dry hands and how to be smarter with choosing hand creams moving forward. So before we talk about why hand creams fail, you need to know why hands get so dry in the first place. The skin on your hands is constantly being taxed, challenged, because it is very exposed. We're always touching things, as opposed to like the skin on your calf, right? If you wear pants in particular, that's going to be covered up and protected. So it's a lot easier to keep your calf moisturized than it is your hands. It's a lot easier to keep your rear end moisturized because most of us are not out there with our butts out. Sorry to be crude, picking stuff up with our butt cheeks. Okay, this is going to stay G-rated, I promise. Here are some things that your hands come in contact with that dry it out. Water, soap, including hand soap, detergents, inks, and things that we touch, nickel from jewelry, nail care that is on our hands, nail polish remover, artificial nails, and then of course our environment in general. During the winter, the humidity drops and that can lead to more water loss from the skin. However, in the summer, especially if you live in a swamp like I do, well, you may sweat a lot more, and sweat is a big trigger for dry, cracked hands. It's something that for me personally flares my hand eczema if I'm not militant about it. All of these things disrupt your skin's moisture barrier. This is what is responsible for keeping moisture in the skin and, importantly, for protecting the skin from stuff getting in. When the barrier is compromised, not only do you lose more water out of the skin, but irritating stuff gets in and further disrupts the barrier, making the problem even worse. And all of that can drive itch, which can lead to scratching. Scratching is a maladaptive behavior. It feels good, but what does it do? Well, it impairs the skin barrier further. On the hands, this classically can lead to not only dryness and flaking, but also these painful deep cracks in the finger pads. And if you have hand eczema, you may notice that the sides of your fingers develop these little intensely itchy water blisters that rupture and leak this clear fluid that is also super itchy and then dries with all the scaly flakiness. It's like a vicious cycle. It's very hard to break. So why is it that hand cream doesn't quite cut it? One of the biggest reasons why hand creams don't work is because you're using hand creams that don't really have the right ingredients. Not all moisturizers are necessarily created equal. The types of ingredients found in moisturizers include humectants, which help to improve water content in the skin by pulling it out from the environment or from the deeper layers and holding it there. Moisturizers also contain occlusives that lock the moisture in the skin, and in many cases they contain emollients that simply soften the skin. Some people will use oils, which are just emollients, to moisturize the hands, and they really just do not cut it. Some of the best ingredients to look for are formulations that have skin protectants in them, such as petrolatum or dimethicone. Why? Well, these create a water protective seal on the skin, especially petrolatum. One of the advantages of petrolatum in particular is that it has amazing longevity on the skin, which for the hands is paramount because you're going to be touching so many things throughout the day that stuff rubs off. That's really going to help lock that moisture in and protect your hands from irritating stuff. Speaking of occlusives though, that's probably the main driver for stubborn dry hands outside of just the underlying causes in terms of why the hand cream is not cutting it, and that is inadequate occlusion. You can have a great moisturizer, but if you put it on and then you go wash your hands shortly thereafter and you're touching a bunch of stuff, well, that's going to wear off, rub off very, very quickly. If you're dealing with dry, cracked hands, you're often going to need something that is a lot more occlusive, and you may even need to rein in gloves. Not only special gloves to protect your hands while you're doing things that expose the skin to compromising ingredients like detergents, say for example when you are washing dishes by hand, water, but also you might want to use some cotton gloves to really lock in hand creams, drive them in, and keep them on the skin. This is obviously not something that you can do all day, okay? We can't just all walk around with moisturizing gloves on, but definitely try doing it at the end of the day. What you want to do is get yourself ideally some petroleum jelly, lather it up on the skin, and cover with some cotton gloves. You can stay that way for as long as you tolerate. I try and go to bed that way, and I've actually gotten pretty good over the past several weeks because I've been doing it consistently now for a couple of months, and I've gotten really good over the past couple of weeks of not taking them off in my sleep. I don't know, I've just become accustomed to wearing them. It's been great. But this really locks that moisturizer onto the skin, prevents it from rubbing off, and it really can jumpstart getting things back on track for you. Here's a big reason though, and that is you are leaving cleanser residue behind on your skin and you don't even realize it. Now, frequent hand washing is one of the biggest contributors to dry, cracked hands, but a main culprit underlying dry, cracked hands as it relates to hand washing is you're actually leaving either water and or cleanser residue behind on the skin. Every time you wash your hands, you sort of disrupt the skin barrier to a certain extent. The combination of the cleanser, the water, the rubbing. But if you're washing your hands with rings on, well, the ring will trap water and cleanser up underneath the ring, and that won't get adequately rinsed off when you rinse the cleanser residue off. And you'll have this little moist focus of detergent trapped there, rubbing up against the skin. It will erode the skin barrier under the ring and flare dry, cracked hands and make them very difficult to correct. Not just the ring, but another area on the hands that you might be ignoring and it's backfiring is actually the web spaces between your fingers. Let me tell you, water and hand wash really get trapped here pretty easily. You may just be rinsing off the top of your hand and the palms of your hand because you're in a hurry, right? Well, between the fingers, there can still be water and hand wash trapped, and then you go about and you might just kind of let it air dry, but it takes some time because, well, the web spaces are kind of like the armpit of your hand, and that is a major location for inciting a hand eczema. So make sure you are rinsing that out and drying the web spaces thoroughly after you wash your hands. Even the best hand creams, ointments, balms, moisturizing gloves will struggle to keep up if this is something that is recurring a lot throughout the day, which tends to be more of a problem for people whose occupation requires them to wash their hands a lot. Healthcare, childcare, school teacher, etc. Don't get it twisted. Hand hygiene is a good thing. Keeps us healthy, cuts down on the risk of colds and flus, spread of germs, foodborne illnesses. I mean, it's super important. Food handlers, you guys are another group with the dry hands. Here's another one that backfires. People apply moisturizer at the wrong time. You want to apply the moisturizer immediately after washing the hands. You're going to thoroughly rinse your hands of the residue, get all the water off. Then you're going to dry the hands thoroughly, and then you're going to put moisturizer on immediately. Why immediately? Well, there's this vulnerable period where the skin is going to lose more water just after cleansing. And so that's really when you want to put the moisturizer on right away. And of course, you're going to reapply it throughout the day. Another thing people forget to do is to put hand moisturizer on at night before they go to bed. They might moisturize their body if they remember, but they'll forget about their hands. When we sleep at night, our skin is more inclined to lose water. And there's also a lot of healing and repair processes that go on. So really take advantage of that and make sure that you lean into what I told you about the petroleum jelly under occlusion. That approach can really be excellent. But not just that, if you don't like doing that, at the very least, make sure you're using a hand moisturizer at night. Reason number 5 is you're actually using too little product. Moisturizer is something you want to be putting on liberally. A lot of people just simply dab a dot on the back of their hand, a dot on the palm, rub it together, but they don't really get the fingers. They don't get the skin around the nails, the nail folds, and this can end up leading to dry, cracked fingers and ragged cuticles, which is my next reason why hand creams can fail, is that you're really just ignoring the cuticles as well. Dry, damaged cuticles that have been inadequately addressed with moisturizer, they can also contribute to dry, cracked hands and impairment of the barrier, not to mention hangnails, which are brutal. So make sure you're really moisturizing the skin around your nails and the nail plate itself. Make sure you get moisturizer in those areas. Petroleum jelly is great for your nails, as a side note. Reason number 7, you are using irritating ingredients on your hands. Something that is either irritating to your skin because you're unique that way, or something that you're actually allergic to. Common allergens allergens in skincare products are going to be fragrances, certain preservatives you might be allergic to, lanolin, but also nickel in costume jewelry and things that you touch. I've seen patients before who had horrific hand dermatitis due to constantly touching their keys because there was some nickel in their keys. They're allergic to nickel. Be predominantly on one hand, where their dominant hand, which they would use to put the key in the ignition, put the keys in the locks. So that's another little sneaky contributor there. Your hand cream may be failing because your expectations are too high, you're expecting results overnight, and you're not avoiding the underlying root cause of your dry, cracked hands. You're still not rinsing the cleanser residue off, you're still washing your hands with rings on, you're still wearing a bunch of nickel-containing costume jewelry, you're still doing the artificial nails and you're actually allergic to that stuff, or you're just touching a lot of things that are drying out the hands and you're not being diligent about protecting them. This makes it all very unsatisfactory and difficult to get anywhere. Reason number 9 is just, again, you're not using overnight repair. I can't emphasize this enough, how valuable the moisturizing gloves at night approach can be. And last but not least, probably the most important potential reason why your hand creams fail is that you actually have an underlying skin condition that a hand cream is really not going to be equipped to address. For example, you might actually have ringworm of the hands. That's called tinea manum, and it's dry looking, it's flaky, very itchy. It can be hard to distinguish actually from hand eczema. You need to see a board certified dermatologist so that they can take a little scraping and look at it under the microscope. And treating the fungus with the appropriate antifungal, best one over the counter, is going to be terbinafine cream, brand name Lamisil, but even that doesn't cut it for all types of fungus. Or maybe you have an allergic contact dermatitis. You're allergic to something that is not as obvious as nickel or fragrance, and even those can be tricky to figure out. You need to see a dermatologist to have patch testing. This is especially a high-risk issue for those of you whose occupations expose your hands to a lot of stuff. Think water, solutions, detergents. If you are in the cleaning business, if you are a hairdresser, if you are in healthcare, anything where you're using your hands, you have to be really vigilant to keep the hand skin from getting dried out. You know, a lot of people come to me with dry, cracked hands and they say, what's a good hand wash? That might not actually be your problem. Now, don't get it twisted. There are some hand washes that are a lot more drying and irritating in comparison to others, but a lot of times the hand wash itself is not actually the root cause. It's either poor technique or inadequate addressing of the barrier with a good balm, or again, contact with something that is causing it, or, you know, a whole other skin condition. But when it comes to what's a good hand wash question, a good place to start is actually just use a mild facial cleanser. The face wash that you use on your face is pretty mild. It will clean your hands. Avoid those antibacterial hand soaps. They do not get your hands any cleaner. They disrupt the normal microbiome of the skin of the hands. Don't use those. I don't recommend them. And they can just contribute to antimicrobial resistance and end up being pretty drying and irritating. Not to mention allergy to some of those antimicrobials is a possibility, and it could be the driving factor in your dry hands. Be really liberal with applying hand creams after every wash. Choose products with occlusive ingredients like petrolatum or dimethicone. Avoid things that are irritating. Use thicker layers at night and consider doing it under occlusion. Final thoughts though, if your hand cream is just not cutting it, it's probably not even just one factor, but rather multiple things that together are making your dry hands particularly stubborn. It's often a combination of maybe product choice, habits, and exposures. And just making a few small changes and being mindful of some of the things we talked about, it can really start to move things in a more favorable direction. All right, y'all, that is what I wanted to talk about in today's video. Now, I also have a video all about the best anti-aging hand care recommendations, which I will put on the end slate if you are at all interested in that. But if you guys found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.